Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss exercise 13.2 question number 1. Which of the following are in inverse proportion? Let us find. Here question number 1. The number of workers on a job and the time to complete the job. They are in inverse proportion. They are in inverse proportion. They are in inverse proportion. Inverse proportion. Inverse proportion. Because if there are more workers, 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 then it will take lesser time. Then it will take lesser time. Then it will take lesser time. Lesser time to complete the job. Lesser time to complete the job. To complete the job. To complete the job. Question number 2. The time taken for a journey and the distance traveled in a uniform speed. Number 2. They are not in inverse proportion. They are not in inverse proportion. They are not in inverse proportion. They are not in inverse proportion because they are not in inverse proportion because the more the distance traveled, 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 the more the time taken, the more time it will taken, the more time it will take, more time it will take. Therefore, this is not a inverse proportion, right? The more the distance traveled, the more time it will take. Therefore, it is a direct proportion. Number 3. Question number 3 is area of cultivated land and crop harvested. They are not in inverse proportion. 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 They are not in inverse. They are not in inverse proportion. They are not in inverse proportion. Because they are not in inverse proportion because if the area is more, if the area is more, if the area of cultivated land, if the area of cultivated land, if the area of cultivated land is more then more crop can be harvested, then more crop can be harvested, can be harvested. Question number 4. The time taken for a fixed journey and the speed of the vehicle, they are in inverse proportion. They are in inverse proportion. They are in inverse proportion. They are in inverse proportion because the speed is more when the speed speed increases, when the speed increases, when the speed increases, the less time it will take. The less time the less time it will take. It will take for a fixed journey. For a fixed journey. For a fixed journey. Now question number 5. The population of a country and the area of the land per person, they are in inverse proportion. 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 Inverse proportion because if the population increases, if the question number 5 is the population of a country and the area of land per person. Here you see they are in inverse proportion because if the population increases, if the population increases, if the population increases, then the land, then the area, then the area of land, per person, the area of land per person will decrease, right? Dear friends, if you like this video, please subscribe, like and share. Thank you everybody for watching this video.